Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Venomize here, and today we're gonna react to a hate video. So we're gonna react to this video. I'm very curious, I'm interested, so we'll see what's up. So actually, small disclaimer before this video starts, it's actually made by a friend of mine, so we're cool. It's not necessarily a hate video, I think. I've not seen it yet. It's called Venomize is Overrated. Let's go.
Now I think Venomize is actually a little underrated. He does a lot of cool stuff. He has great editing, great video ideas, stuff like that.
So he starts it on a positive note, so that's cool. By the way, this is unoriginal mess. Thanks.
And I think he deserves a lot more love and appreciation.
Wow.
Than I think he gets. So
Nani?
I just want to get that out of the way before we get into the video. But that said, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's
Okay, I think that's all the positive stuff he's gonna say.
video. Now I watched Venomize's 200 subscriber special, and let's say that Venomize was kind of a dumbass.
200 subscriber special, that's a long time ago. When was that? Damn, that was in 2018, I think. Or, yeah, it was 2018. Damn. It's 2020!
Explain. So for his 200 sub special, he did a Q&A. And
correct.
Xerxes Animation, you may know him, you may not. He's a friend of Venom. Anyway, his question was, who's the most overrated YouTuber that exists at this moment in time? And Venomize's answer was PewDiePie, because he said himself that he doesn't want to be in the position of being the biggest YouTuber on the platform, because all these media and stuff are on his dick trying to fuck his life up. He didn't
at the time, yeah.
exactly say that. I just gave my own spin upon it, if you will. I don't think I'm sorry. I don't think PewDiePie is overrated, and I don't think Venomize thinks that either, or thought that at that moment that he made that statement. I just think he used the word overrated incorrectly there.
Okay. Well, he said it at the time. There was one video at that time where he said he thought he was, I think he said he was overrated, and he got too much attention, and sometimes it gets to him. But yeah, something like that. I don't know. I forgot. But yeah, something like that he said. But I know PewDiePie is okay. I think he's okay. It's just, yeah, I think PewDiePie is it's kind of, I mean, 100 million. Does he really need 100 million? Even if he had 1 million or 100,000 subscribers, he would still be my favorite YouTuber, because he is my favorite YouTuber.
To have a higher opinion of something or someone than it deserves. Now,
or something.
An opinion isn't based on how many subscribers somebody has or how popular someone is. But that is kind of the way that Venomize used overrated in this context.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the big mistake of Venomize came, and that's why he made that statement.
The big mistake. This is just one word. I think you can go to my earlier podcast or even any podcast and just find like one sentence and break it down like this. You could do that with anyone, I think. So, I don't know.
Even
it's kind of petty, don't you think?
though he may not have meant it himself. Now, I don't think PewDiePie is overrated. At least in my opinion, he's not overrated. He's actually underrated, which I will explain.
Okay.
People think that, oh yeah, PewDiePie is the biggest YouTuber, but all he does is look at memes, play games, stuff like that. What people don't actually realize about PewDiePie, or maybe they do know it, but they just don't give it a lot of thought. They're just like, oh yeah, PewDiePie he reacts to memes. He doesn't even make his own memes. He's stealing content, blah blah blah. But what they don't realize is that PewDiePie got on the top on his own. He didn't have any help of others. Didn't even really have other YouTube friends or something like that, like I have, like Venomize, you know, where you can go back and forth with content ideas, stuff like that, collab. In the beginning, he didn't really have any of that, and he really got on the top because of hard work, and for that reason, I think he deserves that. But
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot more to only his videos. You know, there's a lot of, you can tell there's a lot of work behind it and stuff, so I do agree with you here, definitely.
many people don't realize that, and that's why I actually think that PewDiePie is underrated, which is,
Yeah, you could say that.
you know, it may be a little, you may not agree with this. I'm not talking to Venom in particular here, more to viewers at home, by the way. You may not agree to this, but again, this is my opinion. He worked so hard in the past doesn't mean he works so hard now in the present. But I do think he does. He is going on a break, which, by the way, people really made a big deal about him going on a break.
But like, for real, he deserves a break. Like, if he wants that, then that's great. He's the one that deserves that, for real.
I think it's pretty normal. YouTube is his job, and you can't tell me that you have never taken a break from your job. Like, I guess if you're young, you don't really take breaks, stuff like that, but if you're, you know, a little bit older, an adult, if you say so, you have vacation, stuff like that. You can plan free days in, and I think PewDiePie also deserves this, and I don't really understand why they're making such a big deal out of it. But nonetheless, let's get back to the video, back to the meat and potatoes of the video.
This video feels like you defending PewDiePie instead of ranting about me, but it's whatever.
Now, normally in this part in the video, in the original version of this video, I said, yeah, Venomize, you need to think before you say something, blah blah blah, which, if I'm looking back at it, doesn't really make sense. His statement didn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, for real.
I am of the impression that you do, as an YouTuber in a sense, or somebody on social media, be careful with your words, because people can take it in the wrong way very quickly.
Yeah, I get it, but no one attacked me but you. But it's fine. Like, I'm a small YouTuber, I guess it really doesn't matter, my opinion, in the grand scheme of things. But I get what you're saying. But, like, it was a really small thing. Like I said again, you can probably go back in my podcasts and point out a few sentences that I said once, and like make a whole video about that as well. Which, don't do that, by the way. You don't want to waste your time on that. But like, you got what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter in the bigger picture of things. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I respect it.
You didn't mean that PewDiePie was actually underrated. You just used the
Overrated,
word incorrectly, and this is just a mistake that anyone can make. And I don't know why I reacted that way in the original video. Kind of weird, if you ask me. But nonetheless, now I'm gonna switch it up and actually thank Venomize.
Oh wow, some more positive stuff. So it begins positive and it ends positive. That's nice.
Because he has supported me on this YouTube journey, in a sense, for you know, giving
You're talking about like it's over, bro. It's only the start, bro.
ideas, stuff like that, keeping me motivated. It's really great to have that other person, that other perspective. And definitely if that other person also does YouTube, if you see their videos, you just get motivated to do something yourself as well. And I really want to thank you for that, Venom. And
No
with
problem,
that
bro.
said, Jesus Christ, I know you want to hear this, Venom. I know you're gonna be happy when I say this. With that said, I'm Kiraku, and I'm out.
Bruh. Alright, that was fun. Great video by Unoriginal Mess. Make sure you go check him out. Links in the description down below. And I'm out. See you guys. Bye bye.
Bruh.